In this module, we will show you how to configure an outbound route in order to be able to place outgoing calls from your UCX system. First thing to do is access your UCX system web portal. From the dashboard, click PBX tab on top. From the PBX, this will bring you automatically to the PBX configuration menu, and all you have to do is scroll down on the left-hand side until you see the outbound routes and click on it. Now, this assumes that you already have pre-configured a trunk. So I have done so in this case, and my trunk is called Skype. So I have a Skype outgoing trunk that I'm going to make use in order to create this route. So as such, I'm going to name this one Skype out. The next field is the caller ID information. It makes sense for a business to actually put out the business phone number instead of the individual extension calling out. So in this case, I'm going to put phone number. So obviously, that's the format in which you put your phone number, the area code, and the 7-digit number. And of course, remember to click Override Extension. So this will ensure that any extension calling out using that route will not display its own information, but the one from the company. The next field is the route password. I'm not going to make use of this field for this particular route. And this is really adding extra security. Make sure that if you do make use of that field, it has to be used in conjunction with the PIN set field, as only one of them can be used at one time. So I'm going to skip over those for the moment. The route type is if you have special route that you want to configure for emergency purposes. Obviously, this will ensure that the caller extension information will be sent out regardless of what you have configured. And if you are making an intra-company communication between headquarter and branch offices, then you would have to click intra-company in this case. So I'm not going to make use of those fields given the type of route I'm configuring. As for music on hold, I usually set this to none. And the time group is effectively control over when this route can be made available during the day or the week or certain hours. In this case, I'm going to make this a permanent route, which is the default configuration. The route position is really there for you to select which route is going to be used first, second, and third. In this case, we have only we don't have any route created, therefore it points us to a last after configuration parameter. I'm skipping over the pin set, and now we get to the dial pattern. So you can either put in the dial pattern directly into the individual fields, which will tell the route which dial pattern is going to be acceptable for this route, or you can use the dial pattern wizard, which is what I prefer. And in this case, I want to enable this route to make local calls for 7 and 10-digit numbers. And I want to also enable this route to make long distance call. Once I have those two defined, then I can delete the blank one that was previously provided. And then, of course, I have to select the actual trunk. So I had submit change. And of course, don't forget to click the apply configuration changes on the top banner. This banner will disappear once the changes are applied, and as you can see now, your Skype out shows up on the right-hand side.